the Supreme Court refused to hear a case which challenged the constitutionality of OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, to the chagrin of billionaire friend-having Clarence Thomas, who thinks that the agency is unconstitutional. We're going to jump right into last week in Southern labor. Here is what workers in the U.S. South and the American colonies were up to from June 28th to July the 5th in new union campaigns. 7 workers at Hiller LLC in Bowling Green, Kentucky filed a petition to hold a union election with the United Association of Plumbers and Pipefitters, UA Local 502. 60 workers at Sibelco, North America in Spruce Pine, North Carolina filed a petition to hold a union election with the United Mine Workers of America, UMWA. 31 workers at the Sun Sentinel in Deerfield Beach, Florida, filed a petition to hold a union election with the News Guild, CWA. 19 workers at Starbucks in Northfield, Kentucky, filed a petition to hold a union election with Starbucks Workers United, as did 16 workers at Starbucks in Alpharetta, Georgia, and 15 more at a location in Roswell, Georgia. 50 workers at Missouri Smelting Technology in Troy, Missouri, filed a petition to hold a union election with the United Auto Workers, UAW. 27 workers at Consolidated Waste Service in Trujillo Alto, Puerto Rico, filed a petition to hold a union election with the Central General de Trabajadores, as did 20 more workers at Consolidated Waste Services in Humalco, Puerto Rico. 38 workers at AGL Services Company in Atlanta, Georgia, filed a petition to hold a union election with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW Local 1997. 2 workers at Prime Communications in Montgomery, Alabama, filed a petition to hold a union election with the Communication Workers of America, CWA. Workers at the Sun Sentinel announced that they are unionizing with the News Guild, CWA, and are demanding voluntary recognition. In election results, a petition to add 1 worker to a Teamsters Local 657 union bargaining unit at UPS in Pharr, Texas was withdrawn. 15 workers at Starbucks in Pinecrest, Florida, voted in favor of unionization with Starbucks Workers United. 3 workers at Florida Public Utilities Company in Winter Haven, Florida, voted in favor of unionization with the United Food and Commercial Workers, UFCW Local 1625, but 10 workers at another location of the Florida Public Utilities Company in Winter Haven voted against unionization. 9 workers at BMC St. Charles in O'Fallon, Missouri, voted 8-1 in favor of unionization with the Teamsters Local 682. 2 workers at Prime Communications in Opelika, Alabama, voted in favor of unionization with CWA Local 3908. 70 security guards at Universal Protection Service in Tampa, Florida, voted 14-9 in favor of unionization with the Security Police and Fire Professionals of America, SPFPA. 46 workers at Innovative Solutions Unlimited in Aiken, South Carolina, voted 24-11 in favor of unionization with the Teamsters Local 509. 23 security guards at Paragon Systems in Washington, D.C., voted to switch unions from the Protective Security Officer Members of America to the SPFPA. Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate. In settlements, grievances, and unfair labor practices, the ACLU, which has had charges brought against it at the NLRB by the Workers' Union, compared criticisms of its management by workers to the lynching of Emmett Till. In Strikes and Bargaining Updates, Sarah Jaffe wrote for In These Times about the efforts of New Orleans workers to establish a Workers' Bill of Rights in the city. Workers at Del Bar in Atlanta with the Union of Southern Service Workers, USSW, protested in front of the restaurant to demand higher pay and better working conditions. City workers at Gainesville, Florida, unionized with the CWA, are scrambling to maintain their 60% threshold so that they are not dissolved by the state. UAW Local 8862 in Louisville, Kentucky announced that it had reached an agreement on the Skilled Trades Local Addendum to the master contract at the Ford, Kentucky truck plant. Nurses in Central Florida, represented by National Nurses United, rallied for safe nurse-patient ratios. In political and legislative updates, the Biden administration unveiled a proposal to protect workers from extreme heat, which, if finalized, would mandate that employers undergo extreme heat safety training, create and regularly update emergency heat response plans, and provide workers with shade and water. The Supreme Court refused to hear a case which challenged the constitutionality of OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, to the chagrin of billionaire friend-having Clarence Thomas, who thinks that the agency is unconstitutional. The UMWA is slamming Republicans for trying to kill a rule that would protect coal miners from black lung. Allied Universal, a security firm contracted by Orange County Corrections for a price of $27 million, has failed to meet minimum contractual staffing requirements multiple times. Recent reporting from ProPublica highlights how rural Republicans are fighting against voucher privatization schemes in their schools. Renters need to earn at least $31 an hour to afford living in Orlando, Florida, according to a new study. And that is it for our quick roundup. Didn't have a whole lot of time to prep that segment this week, so if we missed anything, and we likely did, send us your updates at tvlr.fm/contact. You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m., and we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.